Welcome to the 28th Angle podcast, where your host, Shelley,
Victoria,
and Heather
are here to hang out, have some fun, and share our different perspectives on a variety of topics. So let's get into it.
hello, welcome back.
Hey, welcome back, guys.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy hump day.
Happy Wednesday. How was your guys' week?
Mine was pretty boring. Nothing exciting. Second week in a row. That's kind of crazy, but yeah.
Mine was I actually got out of the house this week.
Wow.
Wednesday was our 10-year anniversary, so we decided to go and stay in Orlando at a beautiful resort hotel, and then we went to Universal for the weekend, and yeah, it was pretty awesome, really busy and hot.
Yeah.
In the afternoon.
It was pretty hot this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we had fun and it was worth the trip, and we actually got upgraded because it was our anniversary. They upgraded us to like this suite. Like insane.
That's nice.
So yeah, it's really
That's
nice.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I've never had that happen to me. So
Same. Me neither.
Well, it's funny because the guy asked us, "Are you celebrating anything this weekend?" And Tony's like, "No," and I'm like, "Yeah, our anniversary." And the guy started laughing. No. I know, and the guy started laughing, and he's like, "I upgraded you guys to the Sapphire Suite," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Because I told Tony, I'm like, "That's a really expensive room." But yeah, it was pretty awesome.
That's cool though.
I didn't do anything this week.
Fun. Nothing at all. You worked.
It was a rough week at work, but aside from that, nope.
Yeah, we went
I chilled.
out to lunch
I relaxed.
Yeah, that was about it. So, anyways, this episode we have decided to do some would you rather questions. Hopefully it's a fun way for us to kind of answer questions and get to know, well, for you guys to get to know all of us with some weird, crazy questions.
Just a little bit more.
I didn't get the assignment, so I only have one would you rather question. But I have other random off-the-wall questions for these guys.
Shelley went the hypothetical question route, so yeah,
they're still pretty funny, I think. But
so we're gonna give her this one, yeah. So she may have a little she may have a little bit different questions, but that's okay. They'll still be able to teach you guys a little bit more of how we are, what we think, or
our personalities and how we differ. Yeah.
Yep. So who's going first, Shelley?
Yes. Let me ask you my one and only would you rather question that I have.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So, would you rather fight one horse-size duck or 100 duck-size horses?
Wait, I feel like if I have to fight 100 duck-sized horses, then I would have to kill a bunch of horses, and that sounds really mean. But
yeah,
well, that does sound mean.
But I think I'd rather do that than.
I think I'd pick one horse-sized duck.
Duck-sized. Wait, yeah,
one horse-sized duck.
That's so confusing.
So the duck is as big as a horse,
right?
Or 100 of little horses, little duck-sized horses.
Basically,
so weird.
I'd probably do the duck, the big horse duck. Just because I
feel like we're just saying random words at this point,
right? Wow.
I don't know. I'll just stick with my original answer: the 100 duck-sized horses.
Like, kicking you. You'll have them like kicking you.
It can't hurt that bad. They're duck-sized.
That's true.
Not that ducks are tiny or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. They're not.
I'd pick the one.
The one.
Okay.
I would pick the one as well.
I'll stick with 100. Make it fun. Why not?
Make it fun. I'm gonna start on the easier side here. Would you rather have a noisy neighbor or a nosy neighbor?
Ooh. I've had 2 of those types of neighbors in my life. I did not like the noisy one. Depends. If they were noisy during the day, that would be okay. But if they were noisy at night, that's a problem.
That's a problem. I think I
That's a
would
problem.
go. I don't know. Cause I'd probably go with the noisy one because noise has never really bothered me.
I would
mean,
just be noisy as well.
I was gonna say I'm probably the noisy neighbor, so I mean,
You probably are.
And I'm
think
probably the nosy neighbor.
I think I'd go with noisy neighbor as well. I'd rather have noise wouldn't bother me too much. It really depends on what kind. Like if there was a dog barking all night long, that would be tough, but like
oh well, that is my neighbor. He has 3
Yeah.
dogs over there that I can hear all the time. And because our bedroom is on that side of the house, that's literally all we hear at night. And especially when they decide to go night swimming in their pool, and that's right at our back window.
That's our neighbors.
We hear their
They have a
dogs,
pool.
we hear their TV, and we hear them swimming in the pool having a conversation.
Wow.
So I already have that neighbor. But it doesn't really bother me. I just think it's funny that
Yeah.
that's when they decide to go swimming and do all those things outside on their back porch is when we're going to sleep.
I don't
So-
blame them.
yeah, I don't either.
I would do the same. If I had a pool, I'd be outside.
Yeah. I think I would be too. I mean, not during the week, obviously, because I got to go to work. But, anyways, I think my questions are probably all over the place, but I think some of the few that caught my eye were just, I think, a little off the wall ones. So I guess mine aren't hard by any means. But, my first one will be: would you rather get a paper cut every time you turn a page, or bite your tongue every time you eat?
Oh man. I'd rather have a paper cut, I guess, but that's a lot. I touch a lot of papers at work. So, like
How
that
deep
one's
of a
tough.
paper cut?
It doesn't say.
Yeah, I've bit my tongue many times, and that sucks when you have to eat and you have that soreness.
You wouldn't taste your food after a certain
Yeah.
point. Like
I'm thinking paper cut as well. I just have band-aids. Hey, we put band-aids on, then it'd be fine, right?
just always wear gloves.
Gloves.
Oh, yeah, gloves. Wear gardening gloves, or those gloves that mechanics wear, or when you're doing yard. Oh yeah, gardening gloves.
Yeah,
But does the paper cut show up either way? Like it doesn't really matter if you're wearing gloves or not. Just if you're turning pages, you're gonna get a paper cut. It just shows up.
Get
period,
a paper cut.
no matter what.
Right, it doesn't come from the paper necessarily, just the action.
Dang.
And the glove. Right.
That's how it's worded.
That's what it sounds like.
That sounds terrible. Either way,
I would pick the paper cut too, though. Either way, I mean, it would suck because paper cuts suck, but
Biting your tongue sucks worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, also want my tongue in one
paper
piece.
cut all the way, if I had to. All right, so here's my would you rather. All right. So this one is: if you had to survive in a zombie apocalypse with only items currently in your purse or bag, how long do you think you'd last?
Not very long.
You don't have anything in there that would help you?
I carry basically a wallet. So
that's it.
I have some credit cards. Some chapstick, maybe. Maybe a pad or two. That's it. That's all I got. It's a little pumpkin-shaped wallet. That's it.
My purse is pretty big, although I don't really have a lot of things in it. I mean, I guess
you could use your keys.
Hypothetically, I could have a lot of things in it, but I really don't.
No, but currently, right now.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be very long. I mean, I probably have some like tweezers or something that I could hurt somebody with, but that wouldn't last long.
You can hurt one zombie.
Yeah, one zombie. That's
an eye out. I don't know.
So I currently just kind of went through my purse. It was probably earlier today, and I took out my medication that I would need, so I would not survive because I wouldn't have my inhaler.
Just based on the meds alone.
Yeah, well, I need my inhaler, right? If I have an asthma attack, then I'd be screwed. So
Now, if I can take my work bag, I carry a whole lot to work. So
It says purse or bag, so it wasn't.
I mean, it is a bag I carry with me everywhere.
Yeah.
I put my purse inside of it during the week. So I guess it could count. There's a lot in there. I have everything in there. Anything IT related is in that bag. Plus my lunch, freezer bags, my keys, all the keys, my hairpin. That could maybe hurt somebody for a minute.
That could hurt somebody for a minute.
For a minute.
I do have a few pens in my purse. Credit cards. Yeah. Keys.
Use all the cords to strangle somebody.
Oh yeah.
The zombies.
Right?
Maybe if they died that way. At least tie them up, I guess. I don't know. Oh, okay. So mine is, would you rather experience a wonderful life to the age of 100 or spend 100 years at any age you choose?
Wait, so
What?
live a wonderful life to the age of 100 or pick an age and spend 100 years at that age?
Exactly.
So
I
it
would
could be
rather.
the best age ever that you loved.
Mm-hmm.
You have the best life. I would go that way.
But you have to live it for 100 years.
I would live it for 100 years.
In what age?
Probably early 30s. Early 30s.
Man, I don't know. I think I would just do the 100 years.
I don't know.
Live to the age of 100?
Yeah.
As I'm getting older, it sucks. So I'd like to be like in my early 30s. Because, you know, I have a good life now. Saying like when you're younger, more energetic and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you don't get to live the life then. You just live your age. It's not like you get better. You just live that age. So your mind and all that stuff would stay the same at that age.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
It's not like you're taking the information you know now and going back, right?
Yeah, or moving forward. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
That's what I think I'd pick to live to 100. Yeah. Just because like there's a lot of crappy things that I would have loved to have skipped, but there's also like a lot of different stages of my life that I've lived that I wouldn't have wanted to miss out on. You know?
That's true.
So that would be really hard for me to choose a specific age and just live 100 years that way.
I was just thinking like, you know.
Yeah, it would for me too. I feel like I am who I am because of
yes, I believe
the major
that too.
things that I've been through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's like I could choose my 30s, but then I wouldn't have Bash. So it's like then I'd live my life without my youngest kid. Or like, I guess either way, Wayne's there because I met him so young.
But if you chose the age where you had Bash,
yeah, I mean, I guess, but then I feel like, do I choose him as a baby? And he
has to stay the same age as you choose him?
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'd have to set the rules because that's my question. But
eventually, he would get as old as you, and then he'd be your best friend. I don't know. That's tough because I do agree with that statement that Heather said that things that happen in your past, you know, I feel things that happened in my past made me who I am today. You know,
yeah, for sure.
But there are a lot of things that I loved in my early 30s that I'm like, oh dang, I wish I could, you know, do that now, kind of thing. I don't know. I'm in my mid 40s, guys, so I'm old.
My next question. Wait, it's my turn, right? I already lost track. Sorry. Would you rather watch nothing but Hallmark Christmas movies or nothing but horror movies?
Like forever? That's tough because I really love horror movies, but to only be able to watch them forever sounds like a lot of sadness in the long run.
Yeah, I would choose the Hallmark.
Like Hallmark can make you like happy and feel different feelings, and like as much as people thinks that it's cheesy. You know, I get my joy from horror movies too, but like to have to watch that be the only thing I think I'd have to, surprisingly, I think I'd have to pick Hallmark movies.
I would
Yeah,
definitely pick Hallmark.
I had that thought too, that most people probably just assume that we'd pick the horror movies, but yeah, you make a pretty good point there. I don't know, I like both, so it would be a hard question. I think I'd probably go with the Hallmark ones too.
Okay, so backing off that question, do you like the cheesy horror movies or do you like classic horror movies? Like what kind of horror movies are you guys into?
All of them.
I was gonna say I don't have a specific
Like
type
gory
that I
ones,
would rather watch.
scary, like jump
Yeah, I
out and
don't.
scare you, or like gory, or all of them, you
Both.
say?
In the
Yeah,
middle.
all of the above.
I mean, my favorite horror movie is Trick or Treat
Yes.
because of Sam and
Cool,
all of his
Sammy.
Halloween rules, which I think everybody should live by his Halloween rules without the murder. And I feel like it's kind of in the middle. Like if you watch Trick or Treat, it can be really kind of cheesy. But
Yeah,
there's
it's cute
some
though.
right, there's some cute, there's some horror, there's some killing like any horror movie, and there's some weird crazy parts, but yeah. I mean, I mainly love Sam for his rules, his Halloween rules, so it's kind of on the cheesier side though, for sure.
Yeah, to be honest, I never really watched a lot of horror movies because I would get scared. Like you guys know me, I'm like a chicken. So I only actually started watching horror movies with you guys. Maybe the movies that I've seen that were scary was always with you guys. So,
Wow.
and I've known you for how long now? So,
I know.
I mean, I seen like your old like Friday the 13th and stuff like that. I remember
Yeah.
going to the theater when I was like 15 years old to go see Jason in Manhattan on Halloween. It was like really crazy. But, anyways, is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's another one that's kind of crazy. In your opinions, is cereal a soup? Why or why not?
Such an odd question.
It is, right?
I've never heard cereal be called a soup, I guess. So
Yeah, me neither.
I think I would say, in my opinion, no, cereal is not soup because not everybody eats cereal with milk. Cereal itself is just literally the stuff in the
Cereal.
box,
Right. Yeah. Not
not
with
with the
milk.
milk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's true.
most of my kids eat the cereal right out of the box.
I sometimes have Cheerios without milk. It's a snack.
But if you put it with milk, yes, that turns into soup.
Yeah, I
See,
guess.
I consider soup being hot. So I would never put hot milk in soup. I mean, in cereal. So I don't think cereal is soup.
I guess soup would be hot, but I don't know.
Yeah, I still don't think I would consider it soup, even with milk, but I mean, I don't know what you consider it, but it's not soup in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, I can see where people could see that, but I don't think so.
I think it being hot is a good point. So, yeah, probably not then. I'm pretty sure
Cool.
Mythical Chef Josh from Good Mythical Morning answered this exact question.
Oh, really?
And I don't think I watched the episode.
So
Maybe I
okay.
should.
So here's another part to that question. Well, sort of. So, what is your favorite type of cereal? Right now. If you could have any cereal right now, what would you have?
I always go to Frosted Mini Wheats.
Frosted Mini Wheats, yep. That's what I have in my kitchen right now.
We have that too. That's Tony's favorite, but I like the Roof Cutters, Captain Crunch,
I do love Captain Crunch.
or
That new
Lucky
protein
Charms.
Cheerios that came out is really good too. I'm
Is
also
it?
obsessed with the protein Cheerios.
Never had the protein Cheerios. I like Honey Nut Cheerios, and Frosted Flakes as well. But I don't eat a lot of cereal, but when I do, that's it.
So, would you rather relax at home but have no holiday for 12 months or work really hard for 10 months and have a 2-month dream holiday?
Work really hard for however many months you just said.
10 months.
Yes. I would work really hard for 10 months and have my dream vacay. 100%.
For 2 months.
Yeah. For 2 months. Go wherever I want.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
All
do
expenses paid?
I guess. I don't know.
It doesn't really say that.
Make it your own. I don't know because I love relaxing at home, so that's really hard for me. And I guess that like, am I still getting paid? Like, is that part of it? Yeah. Am I relaxing at home but still getting paid? But I just don't get to go on vacation? If that's
Yeah,
the
I don't
case,
know.
Good question.
I'd probably be okay with that.
Well, also, are you literally stuck? I mean, I guess you are. You're stuck at home, right? Is what that means.
I mean, you're relaxing at home.
But for
I don't know. That one's
That's a-
actually really hard for me. Yeah, I guess there would. Am I allowed to leave? Am I allowed to go do normal things? Like, am I allowed to go to the beach? It's right down the road. Like, or is that considered a holiday? A
Yeah,
vacation?
that's what I want to know. If I can
I
go
live in Florida.
places
Can I
or-
go to the pool or is that?
Right?
Yeah, I guess that's hard.
Maybe it's considered a holiday if you leave the state.
Right. So I live in Florida. All my vacations are right here.
Right?
I would need to know the rules, I guess. I would need to read the fine print of this question to have an answer for you. But I do love relaxing at home. But I would be okay working hard for 10 months too and having my dream 2-month vacation.
You guys know
So
where
I think I found a question that actually works pretty good along with yours. And it says, would you rather travel the world for free for a year or have $50,000 to spend however you please?
all expense paid?
Travel the world for free for a year.
Okay, yeah. Yes, I would travel the world free for a year. Because $50,000, I mean, yeah, it's a lot
gonna
of
go
money,
quick.
but yeah, it'll go quick. And you could travel the world for free for a year, which would probably cost a lot of money if you had to pay for it.
But are they paying my bills too?
I was wondering that, like, but does that count like not working?
You're
And
paying for my travel, but like, yeah, what about what I would normally be making while I'm traveling? Well, I'm not
Yeah, I don't
traveling.
know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you'd have to have the right type of job to be able to do that, I think. I mean, like for Shelly's
Right.
instance, I mean, it works out for them. They could just work remote wherever. So, yeah, I don't know.
If my bills were paid, like my family was happy and healthy, and my family could come, then I would probably travel for a year for free.
Yeah, I think my first instinct said to travel the world for free for a year. Um, but that is under the assumption that
My
I
bills
guess
are paid.
that's all I do for that year. Yeah. Like
Yeah, yeah.
everything's done. That's all I do for that year is travel.
Right. If I have to work and travel, just give me the 50,000.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of stress trying to figure it out. Just give me the 50,000. It's fine. That's a
true.
good chunk of money, and I can do good with it. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Okay, so here's a question I have for you two specifically. Since you are twins, actually, I have two questions, but I could do the other one.
yes.
If one of you was an evil twin, who would it be?
You mean we're not?
No.
I think you have to answer that, Shelley.
Yeah. How
I
can
have
we?
to answer
How can we answer that?
If one of us were the evil twin, Shelley, which one would you pick?
Oh, I can't put me on the spot.
I feel like that's dependent on what they
The
consider
environment?
evil.
Yeah,
So what that
that's true.
person considers evil. Because I think we both have our pros and cons on what we're pretty stern with or what we're pretty, whatever the word is, like when it comes to certain situations. So I really think that depends on what the person thinks is evil.
But I also think this is like a really traditional, like twins. Like we grew up with this question. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and
yeah,
the other
for sure.
question I have, I'm sure you guys have grown up with it as well. And it's, have you ever pulled the classic twin switch to mess
Yeah.
with people?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
we got
I think
people.
I've heard you
so many
guys tell
times.
stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
So many times. We could probably do a
It's
whole
crazy.
episode
on twin questions.
We get asked as twins.
Yeah.
I would do it. We should do that one day. You guys want to hear those questions? Let us know.
Did we ever switch? No, I would say that we never specifically switched places, but we have, and I'm sure everybody's probably heard the story, but we have, when we were younger with our boyfriends, not walk up to them to see if they could tell who was who.
To see if
And
they would walk up to us.
They could not.
They failed.
Yeah. So.
That's funny.
We both stood side by side to see if our boyfriends would come to us, the right person.
Yeah.
And they didn't move. They weren't going to do it.
They weren't confident enough
because
to try.
they didn't know. So they just stood there by their vehicles.
Because I've known you guys for so long, I spot, like, I know the difference between you two. I'm like, yeah, how could you mix these two up? But it's just because I know you both. And
yeah, I mean, those guys did too. So
that's true.
But
I don't remember how far in it was, but yeah, they knew us. So
I mean, one of them was our neighbor for a long time. So
yeah.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Oh. Anyways, I mean, I guess we didn't really answer the first one, the evil one. That's hard to answer. I think at some points in our life, we've both been called the evil twins. So we'll just leave it at that. Yeah.
I mean, I heard you guys were mean to your brother, right?
Yeah, we're probably both the evil twin to him.
We were the annoying older sister that just was mean to their little brother. Yeah.
Poor little Steven. Okay, so would you rather be an extra in a really good movie or have a big part in a terrible movie?
Oh my God, they asked us this question at work. We pull questions. We pull questions at work, like during our meeting in the morning, and that was one of the questions.
Oh, that's funny.
I think that I would. Wait, what was the second part? It was or be
have a big part in a really terrible movie,
or have a small part in a really good movie,
extra,
or be an extra in a really good movie.
I'd rather be an extra in a really good movie.
Yes, because then you could be like, I was an extra in Captain America or whatever.
Yeah, I would choose that too.
I had a big part in Godzilla fights Aqua Starfish or something.
Oh yeah, I was the main guy in that one movie, but I'm not going to tell you about it because it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Wait, I know I'm going out of turn now, but I have a specific question for Heather, so I'm going to ask that real quick since we're getting close to time. So Shelly can answer this too, but I wrote this one down for you, Heather. So, would you rather have free unlimited Starbucks for the rest of your life, or always have your phone, laptop charged 100% without ever having to charge it again for the rest of your life?
Free Starbucks for the rest of my life. I don't care about my stuff being charged. I'll charge it myself.
I kind of assumed that would be your answer.
Do you know how much money I could save by having free Starbucks the rest of my life?
A lot. I have no doubt. A lot.
I don't drink Starbucks enough to have that question valid for me.
Right. I don't either, which is why I'd probably just say charge my stuff because I don't ever go to Starbucks. So.
But my stuff's always charged usually, so I don't know.
Yeah, mine is too. So that's what I'm saying. I might as well pick the Starbucks because I go there anyway and I charge my stuff already. So nothing would change except my free Starbucks.
All right, one last round. We want to do one last round?
Sure. Do you want me to ask? So me next, and then we'll just do a big full circle?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Would you rather... Let me pick a good one for this last one. Oh, jeez. Would you rather go on a cruise with your boss or never go on vacation ever again?
I'd go on vacation with my boss.
I
Just
don't have a
pretend,
boss.
Just pretend, Shelly.
Okay, so we'll go
Your
my
last
old
boss.
boss.
Yeah.
She was cool. So I mean, yeah, I'd probably go on a cruise. There. Cruise, you said?
Yeah, it's cruise. Cruise
How
with your
long?
boss or never go on vacation again, which seems crazy. I mean, a cruise, you can get lost.
Yeah, you can
don't
get
Like
lost.
have to
just
hang out
my
with them.
boss? Like the boss up from
Yeah,
me?
it just says your boss. So yeah, I would assume.
Yeah, I'd go on a cruise.
I mean, mine's easy. I would easily go on a cruise. So
Like
plus,
I'm not super interested in the cruise part, if I'm being honest. But like being the question, yeah, I'd go on a cruise.
yeah, or never go on vacation again. I'd rather do that than never
Right,
go.
yeah. I'd rather if I have to go on if I have to suck that one up and go on a cruise just to have a vacation in the future, I'm gonna do it.
That's funny. Oh, I remember that question. Hold on. There was one question I was going to ask, but I feel like I already know the answer, but I just figured I would ask anyways. Hold on, let me find it again. Oh, well, I feel like I already know the answer to this question anyways. It says, would you rather win on Survivor or The Bachelorette? So I
You
feel like
asking
the
me?
answer for that would be Survivor, just because The Bachelorette would be.
Do you get money?
I don't
on
even
The
know what they
Bachelor?
win. I was going to say, I guess I don't even know what they win on The Bachelorette.
No, but I think
aside from
I haven't really watched Bachelorette in a long time. But they get to go on like lavish vacations with the bachelors, right?
whoever they pick, though,
They
and you
get to
guys don't need to pick partners, so I guess you
right.
can
So,
pretend. I don't know.
but I don't think they
could.
just get
Yeah, I
the
guess you
fame
could.
like for being on it. Like
But they don't get like $1 million, right? So I guess I'd
No.
choose Survivor then.
I would choose Survivor because we all know why.
We all know why.
Okay, Shelly.
But that also means I got to do the stuff, right?
That's what I'm wondering.
Challenges?
You just
Challenges?
But
automatically
you'd be
win it
so
though. So
good at it that you would win it. So
I mean, I guess it says win, so yeah.
okay, so this is kind of I don't know. This is if you guys can answer this or not. I kind of have a answer myself, but if animals could talk, which animals would be the most annoying?
Um,
Did you guys
feel
hear
like
that?
just
monkeys would
annoying.
be the most annoying.
Monkeys out of everything. I don't know.
Yeah, have you ever seen people with pet monkeys? They just jump all over you and like try to steal your stuff. You have to like when you're making drinks and stuff, you have to like cover them so that doesn't.
Oh
I
yeah,
just
They're not
true.
fling a poo at you.
Right, like I just feel like they'd be so annoying if they could talk.
They'd be constantly like a little toddler saying, "Mom,
Right,
Mom,
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mom,
can I have
hey,
that?
Mom."
I want that. I need that.
yeah.
Can I have that? Oh, what are you doing now? Oh, is this over here? Are you going that way? Yeah, that would
could
be
be
them.
dogs or cats. Like annoying too.
No, cats would be like, "Why are you staring at me?
Yeah, why are you in my house? Get out of my house. I'm the king of this
Excuse me.
castle.
Your plate is on my table. Could you get it off, please?"
Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know what I would pick.
I was thinking chickens would be annoying because they're like super loud all the time. Chickens and roosters and stuff like that. They would be like screaming, "Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!"
That's what Shelly
just-
hears in the morning when they're. Wow. I don't really know past that. I was just trying to think of
The
really
monkeys
annoying.
though would be really annoying. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Chickens
don't
kind
know.
of already have a voice as you want to, whatever you want to say it, but
But they would be saying words.
yeah, I guess.
They'd actually be talking something you'd understand.
They have a small brain too, so they probably wouldn't be that intelligent.
Oh, okay. So, my last question is would you rather, actually, I might do two because one might be real quick. Would you rather have the power to control the weather within a 1 mile radius of where you are at any moment, or clap your hands and 3 hot, fresh tacos made to your taste appear on a plate before you?
Control the weather for me.
I mean, I guess control the weather. I can go get my own tacos. It's fine.
I don't eat tacos like I don't even know when the last time I had tacos or Taco Bell or anything like that. So I would be like control the weather.
As
I
long as
do
there's
love-
no consequences behind controlling that weather, I guess.
Yeah.
I do love tacos, but I think I would have to choose the weather only because of hurricanes. Like,
Yes.
Yeah,
Like, if I
had that
didn't
thought
live
too.
a place where there was no hurricanes, there's a really high chance I might pick the tacos.
I had that thought
Oh,
too because we live in Florida and hurricanes. You know, it would be beneficial.
yeah, I'd protect everybody within a 1 mile radius of us.
Yeah.
So whenever there's a hurricane, we all get together. Look,
Well,
all
and-
3 of us wouldn't need the power, okay? So can one of us choose tacos? In fact, 2 of us should probably choose the tacos. That way we
Could
get
feed
6
everybody.
tacos.
Yeah. But we could keep clapping and we'd have more than 6.
That's true.
One of us
Yes.
get the controlling weather, and the rest of us get tacos, okay?
Right?
Sounds
And
like a
then when
win-win to me.
we have our family compound, we're good. All of our houses will be protected. We'll be fine.
Right. We'll be safe.
Works
We'll
out.
be all set.
And we'll have tacos every night, I guess.
Always have tacos. Free tacos whenever you want them. Just clap. I could see all the kids showing up at the door now. Could you give me some tacos? I'm just really hungry right now.
One of my kids don't eat tacos, so she's screwed.
Well, I'd have all the others then. Okay, one last one. I know this episode's going on a little bit longer than usual, but hopefully it's worth it. So would you rather sacrifice your own happiness to make someone else happy or prioritize your own joy? I feel like this is a good personality question, so that's why I wanted to ask it.
Prioritize your own joy or what? What was the first?
Or sacrifice your own happiness to make someone else happy.
Like
I would
forever or just certain
sacrifice-
things?
If I would
know.
sacrifice to make you happy. If you were feeling sad and I had a choice to make you feel better, I would make you feel better.
You
That's just
specifically?
I don't know, whoever. Yes, you specifically.
Just me. Guys, just me.
you. You too, Heather. Okay.
I mean,
Don't worry about Tony over there.
Oh yeah.
didn't even mention him.
Well, any person.
I got said
if
before Tony, guys. Just keep that in mind.
If I seen anybody that I knew and loved and cared for, well, maybe, that we were friends, whatever, that they were sad, I would sacrifice my happiness at that moment and make them happy.
That's good.
That's
I
what I do.
honestly think I would pick to prioritize my own joy. I don't know if that makes me a bad person or not, but I think that me sacrificing my own happiness for somebody else would not help them any, I guess. Is how I feel about it. Like they would have
Yeah.
to fix that themselves. So
That's true on a lot
why
of
am I
levels.
making myself miserable to make somebody else happy when unless I'm like doing that for life? I don't know.
It
I don't
makes
know.
me happy to make
somebody else
people
happy?
I mean, I'm a giver. I agree. I agree with that statement, but I don't know. I guess there's too many
unanswered.
technical questions I have.
Yeah. With the question on its own, I think I would still sacrifice your own happiness. I would sacrifice my own happiness to make someone else happy. Just because I feel like when I ask that, my main thought is like my kids, and I do that all the time anyway for them. So
I mean,
I feel like
had
that
that
is
thought
what I
too.
would
Like,
do.
if it was for
Yeah.
my kids, yeah, I guess, yeah, no questions asked.
So like
of course,
I don't
but
think like if I was to sacrifice my happiness because just say you guys are feeling sad right now, and I'd be like, no, feel happy, and I'll give you my happiness. It wouldn't be like an all
Like forever.
thing, will it?
No, I don't know. Man,
we're just always sad taking Shelly happiness.
It's always taking Shelly's happiness. That would be sad. Then we'd have to. You guys have to have happiness to give back somewhere. Come on. Oh,
I still
now,
would
with that in mind, and a closing statement, I will say that I do think your own joy and your own happiness is very, very important, and people in life in general should not ignore what would make you happy and
Mhm.
your own joy. And people that love you would never expect you to do that. But I just thought
Yeah.
it would be a nice personality type would you question. So
Yeah.
I think that is going to be it for today, guys. So we appreciate you hanging out and all the support and love that we've been getting.
Yep, I agree. Thanks for listening. Sorry. Thanks for listening.
And I hope to see you guys all next week. Same time, same place. We'll be here. And thanks again for all your support and love. And yes, we love you.
Yep. Remember, every Wednesday at 8 a.m., you'll hear a new episode from us. Again, if you have any questions, have any topics in mind, or just want to contact us at all, you can contact us at contact@the28thanglepodcast.com. Have a great week, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next week.
See you next week. That's it for this episode of the 28th Angle Podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you enjoyed the conversation, be sure to follow and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Follow us on our socials at the 28th Angle Podcast for more updates and behind the scenes content.
Until next time, keep looking at life from every angle.
Especially the 28th.